Come on, how's this move? There we go. Oh, yeah, Monday thing. Loads of questions. Got to sort through these questions. Right, that one's done. That one's done. That one. I see a challenge there. Yeah. Okay, that one's done. Yeah. So there's the bike. So it works better for the lighting when I'm sat here, and I've moved my room around. So this desk used to be up there against the window. Now I've moved the desk to be like that. So I've got my bike over here that I can just jump on at any time, and I can then work and still see the screen, which is cool. And I can just be sat here as well, and then the camera is just over there. I've got light window there, window here for lighting. Hit my face, which is cool, which is pretty cool. Is the sound coming through okay as well? Let me know if the sound isn't right. Too loud, too low, let me know. Right, just quickly answer this question over here on the mastery group. Goal setting. Keep up the 1 hour sign. How are you all doing, everyone? It's okay to ask questions as well, by the way, while I'm working. I will answer them. What was I going to do? I forgot. Something I was meant to do. Something I was meant to do today. It's not on my plan. What was I going to do? What was it? What was it? was now? What was it? Right, let's edit these videos. What time do we say? 1 till 3. Edit videos. Stick all onto. Let's stick this over here. Let's stick this over here. Stick this window here. Right, let's get iMovies open. I use iMovie for editing. It just works better like that. It's I was eating earlier and I thought I'll start recording after I finished eating. I don't think you all want to watch me having my lunch. So I've had all that. Right, let's do this video over here. Let's get this content like that. I have about 5 cans a day, which is really bad. I have about 5 cans a day. I'm a little bit addicted. Right, let's see what the sound is going with this.
Unless your room is proper bulletproof soundproof.
See, this is where having a really big screen is super, super good, because right now I've put a video I've recorded and I'm taking up, I don't know, 2/3 of the screen, right? Nearly 3/4, in fact. It's about 3/4. And I can see the timeline and I can start editing and doing stuff. So it helps. Trust me, it helps a lot.
Hey, a lot of people.
So you can't hear the sound because I've got the sound coming through here of the video, so it doesn't annoy you.
Hey, a lot of people have asked me about horizontal and vertical scroll websites, and can we mix them on the same page? Yes and no, and I'm just going to show you how I would probably approach it. The normal traditional vertical scroll on a website is you scroll up and down. This is a fake website with some Elementor templates in, and I've just changed the images. Nothing exciting going on there, but you know how to do this, right? Top to bottom, up and down. But what if you also want to do a horizontal scroll? Now, we've already done a video using some code from the Elementor.com people on how you can.
Yeah, I haven't found the need to go to Final Cut Pro yet. Mainly because it costs money, but the other thing also is I just use it for like, so the only thing I'll do in here is I will do the audio, and I might do the mainly the audio, or when you do picture in picture. But I haven't needed to use Final Cut Pro yet. I've always looked at it, but just not needed it yet. David, how do you fix a website looking different on a Mac compared to a desktop? It'll be some. It should. Sometimes it's the resolution of your screen, but it will also depend on how you've set up your sections and your columns. So, have you got boxed width, or are you using percentages for your padding as well? Stuff like that. And if it is more zoomed in, I would wonder if you're using percentages for your sizing and for your fonts as well. It's always a tricky one because it's it could be that maybe you just need to switch your fonts to be REM.
Slide left to right. Okay, left to right. That's easy. You can easily do that. But what if you want to have a mixture? Now, the solution I'm going to show you, you could probably do better stuff using GSAP, motion animation, a bit of JavaScript, even some CSS coding, where it kind of goes from slide to slide. But the solution I want to use, okay, so get me wrong, I'm keeping it really, really simple. So anyone out there that doesn't want to play around with any CSS, can they do this effect? And the answer is yes, you can. What I'm going to do, really, really simply, is at first we've got section 1 here, we have section 2, and we have section. Okay, a lot of people have asked me websites, same page. Yes and no. I'm going to show you how I would probably approach it. The normal tradition. Okay, a lot of people have asked me about horizontal and vertical scroll websites.
Yeah, just keep it. Just double check, David. All right, on the percentages for your margin and padding. Just double check that because it shouldn't really change. I mean, I'll create a website here and I'm looking at it on here and there's no difference. Pepsi Max is the way to go, people. You gotta live a little to live a lot. Don't be fooled by the rocks that I got.
I recommend that rather than big screen. Big screen is never perfectly perfect. That makes sense. But minimum like DH100 page. And we're going to go back to templates.
Editing. I'm just editing.
And we're going to go back to templates. I said go back to templates, but we're actually inside templates. Moment. So we're going to jump out of this page. We're now going to go. So we're going to jump out of this page. And we're now going to go to add new. Okay, and I'm just going to create a section. I'm going to call this Hori 1, horizontal 1, whatever you want to call them, all right? You would choose your own naming convention. Okay, I am absolutely appalling when it comes to naming convention.
That's right. You gotta live a little to live a lot. Don't be fooled by the rocks that I got.
I don't often care, do I? I don't often care, do I? When we create a new section.
So that was 1 minute 35. That's 1 minute. That's 20 seconds. 1 minute. 1 minute. 1 minute. 1 minute.
Okay, and I'm just going to drop in what I pasted before that section. So I have a minimum height of DH100.
It feels weird when you hear that song now. I'm still Jenny from the blog, but it was so catchy when it first came out. Sorry, Dennis, I missed your question. How do you save the data of your customers? So so a lot of it depends on your host provider, and for my clients and stuff like that, I just ensure they have regular backups. What they do with those backups is up to them. Number one, you'll have your backup on, say, your hosting provider if they provide a backup, and then you might use Updraft Plus or something like that. And then I would say that you want to send them to your Google Drive, for instance, just make sure you keep on top of that, because your Google Drive, if you're taking a backup every day, your Google Drive is quickly going to fill up. So I would say go in and, I would say, just whack my leg. Just do a weekly refresh, not weekly refresh, weekly clean. Do you really need to have, if your website is fine, the last 7 days, do you need beyond 7 days? So I would say keep cleaning it. But Google Drive, Dropbox, unless you're paying a lot of money for it, it's not worth it. Or Apple as well. Apple you could send there, but Google Drive's your safest bet.
Change some of the wording here. I'm not going to do loads of work. Copy this, okay, like so. Go down to responsive mode. Double check your content and how it looks. Don't just do it and move on. Make sure you double check things. Let's go back into templates, because I've made a copy of this, don't forget.
I would love to be sponsored by Pepsi Max if they keep providing it on a daily basis, but I might even get in trouble. Sometimes people say you shouldn't you shouldn't say, oh, drink Pepsi Max. You've got to be careful, but I don't know.
And I'm now just going to create 2 more slots. You double check things. Let's go back into templates, because I've made a copy of this, don't forget. And I'm now just going to create 2 more slides, okay? Slide 2 and slide 3. You can add more than this if you want, but I'm just going with 3 at the moment.
So we don't need to show that. Don't need to
your featured items, anything you want. One thing I should. This if you want, but I'm just going with 3 at the moment. One thing I should mention before I quickly go to slide 3 is that this is Elementor section we're working when we're in a template. I've just got one section, one column, 1 line, text, whatever you want. You can have 2 columns, 3 columns, whatever you want. A video, anything you want. You can have a product, a shop, the latest 4 blog posts, your featured items, anything you want. This is Elementor, right? So keep it as complicated or as simple as you want. Let your mind work free. Your mind work free.
Yeah, I don't. The only thing I'm affiliated with is Elementor. So where I have the link, if people want to purchase Elementor Pro, go away. That's the only thing I'm affiliated with. I kind of refuse to be affiliated with anything else, because then people might think that the only reason you're talking about it or promoting it is because you're affiliated to them. And that's a little bit false, in my opinion. So I don't like to go down that road. I think I'm starting to look a bit dark, aren't I, at the moment? I might need to put a light on in a moment. Hang on, I'm just going to put the light on. I think it's looking a bit dark in here. Did that help? Did that help? Probably not, actually. I'm just checking the lighting, because I'm a bit dark. No. Okay. Ooh, cushions for my back. There we go.
So here in our templates, we have horrible. Okay, so we've got our 3 slides or our 3 templates. your line go through. So you can see here in our templates, we have hurry 1, hurry 2, and hurry 3. Okay, so we've got all these slides all on templates. Let your line go through. So you can see here in our templates, we have hurry 1, hurry 2, and hurry 3. Okay, so we've got all these slides all on templates.
Come on. One thing about iMovie is sometimes you split a section, you just got to sit there and wait for like 2 or 3 seconds. Come on, there you go. Right. Oh no, I did that wrong. That was too quick. That's too quick. Cut that. That's it. No, that's not good. Not good. Slicing these. Editing. Anyone out there who doesn't edit videos, it takes twice as long after recording to edit, because you gotta, get rid of mistakes, or where you had to go back over something again, or it just doesn't sound right. You kind of go, all right, what do I do with that now? So. Come on. That's not good. Sound. Something's wrong with the sound. No, David. Never use Facebook ads, mainly because they are hit and miss. You're paying for clicks, and sometimes people click and they don't actually want to do anything with it. Never used them. Never used Twitter ads. Never used Facebook ads. Never used LinkedIn ads. Never used YouTube ads. I think it's better to network and get yourself out there. Whereas adverts, these days on Facebook, I see so many adverts now. I get fed up of them. And unless your adverts are very niche driven. So if your advert is all about, maybe you build websites for swimming instructors. And if your website is focused on swimming instructors, we can give you an appointment system, a booking system, diary management. You can even sell merchandise on your website. Unless you make it really specific and you just say, hey, we do websites. You can have a website done for $500 or $1,000 or $50, whatever. It's not that different from all the other adverts out there. So it's all about what is your niche area and can you hone in on that? So Soom's question, how many clients? So we're currently at the rate of about 3 to 4 new clients a month, roughly-ish. And that's because we try and turn them around within a week. There might be a bit of discovery and a few sessions like, you know, what's their spec and what they want. But actual production time, you're looking at a week. Because we like to get them out from the door. I don't like it when you have a project that is, we once had a project that was about 2 months on because the client wasn't quick with their stuff. And also there was a lot to be done. And when you have a job that takes 2 months, you get bored of it, you get fed up, and it stops you planning other work because until you finish, you don't want to take on too much. So if we know we can get them out week, every week, you know, I now know I can say to a client, okay, we'll start your job, but it will be for 2 weeks. Or we'll start it and we'll do it at the same time as someone else, but it will take 10 days to do because we're juggling 2 jobs, but we know our end game. We know what we're trying to reach. But roughly about 3 to 4 a month. Questions on Facebook? Let's answer some questions. So someone's asked me. I get this question quite a lot. People going, what theme should I use? And I keep telling them, just use hello. Unless you're building a directory website, then use the My Listing theme. But just use hello in Elementor Pro. That's all you need. I wonder if it can work something or two. It is so cold right now, but I don't want to put the heating on. Right. the columns because I want it to be the exact same gap as what I've set out. The column
This is the
position can be
sound
in
from
the
my
middle.
video.
I'm
I'm
not
just
too fussed
checking how
about
it
that.
sounds.
We go over to the section leaders middle. Go to the
Just checking the sound. Sorry. I love my trance IB for music. Where's the video? Where's the video gone? How long does the video take to edit? So this video was 35 minutes roughly when I recorded it. And I started editing it 34 minutes ago. And I'm only up to the 8th minute. So it's taking, for every minute of video, it takes 3 minutes because you're kind of like, you're slicing a bit, you're checking things, editing things out. This video, which was 35 minutes, is probably going to take me a full hour, at least an hour to edit. Because I know as I got on, there's bits I know I can definitely cut out. Just over an hour to edit. And it will probably only be about, I don't know, 15 minutes long, 12 minutes long. So nearly 2/3 of it are in the bin, gone. And that's about right with me. Because some videos you can record perfect from the go and everything is perfect. But when you're recording a detailed video, you'll make a mistake, forgot to do something, go back a step, realize you've said something that wasn't right or made sense. So you're going to quickly edit it out. The problem I have is because I'm on camera in the video, I can't just do a voiceover. So I've got to make sure I get it right. But takes nearly twice as long, 3 times as long to edit the video.
Hey Tiara, how you doing? Next big project, we've got a concrete consultancy firm that we've got to build. We've got a cabin booking website that we've got to redo for someone because they had an old website. And we're finishing off a national AstroTurf company website as well. And then we're starting our 5-day challenge. And hopefully I'll get some more projects coming through, hopefully based on video recordings, which I'm really enjoying creating videos. Hopefully we can build an income from that as well. But yeah, we got 3 projects to start. Well, one is finishing up, 2 are new starters, and then hopefully we get some more business after that. It's always good when you work with a company that work nationally or internationally, because they might know other people, or they might overhear someone needs a website. If you do good for them, they're more likely to recommend you. And we always offer an incentive as well. Look, if you recommend us and the website is built, we'll give you £100 or $100 or something like that. Just a couple of email questions have come in that I need to just double check. No, that one is spam. Don't care about that one. Check out. So I need to find a way to import WooCommerce product. Paid can help for it. I want to give you all a tip though. If you're ever using premium plugins, right, it's not a bad idea to email the development team or check on the support forum and check, can it do what you want? There's nothing more painful than if you buy a premium plugin and you think it was going to do what you want, and now you realize, oh, it doesn't do that. So try and scope out what you want, email them and get them to verify, okay? Otherwise you're spending money and sometimes they won't refund you because they'll be like, oh, sorry, you've got the product and you've downloaded it. We're not going to refund you. So save yourself the hassle, okay? Always check development team or the forums for that plugin product. Look at this. I've got about direct messages coming in, and some people have said to me, ignore the direct message. So my back's hurting a bit, so I've just got to keep pressing on it. Ignore your direct messages. Look at them later on. I get so many, and then I'll end up having an hour or two in the evening going through them all, answering them. And I don't like to leave people hanging. If someone asks a question, I like to at least get back to them because it means they can carry on with their project or go and ask someone else or do something. Bad back. Nothing worse than having a bad back. Oh, God. Hold on, doorbell. I will be back in 1 minute. I'm back. Had a doorbell. Where was I? This is for my back. My back is hurting. So I've just got to wear that for my back. Bad backs are not good. It gives me a problem, man. That there's, yeah. I mean, to be honest, though, my cushions here help. And I've got brace and vests and all that. It's just my problem is that because it's locked here, it's putting a strain all the way down here. And what I did was I moved some equipment the other day, and I've just twinged myself here, right here, but the pain goes all the way down to the lower back. So it's just an ongoing problem I have. But just got to keep. Last night I stretched, and it really, really helped. And then this morning, trouble is, when you go to sleep, and when you wake up, and your back just feels a bit, tight. What have I done there? I think I've made a mistake. I think I've deleted something I wasn't. Damn, let me get it back. Let me get it back. Where is it? Where is it? There we go. Right, okay.
And because these are sections, columns, whatever content you want, are quite imaginative. It's, so you can tell a story about products, about featured products, blog posts, whatever you want to do, gallery even. So it's a mixture. And you know, look, you can repeat this, copy it, paste it in another section, you put some other templates into there, and away you go. You could use testimonial carousel as well. Again, you stick templates, codes in, play around with it, and I think this is a really simple, easy way of doing it without getting too hung up on different types of coding if you're not comfortable with coding, especially if you're going to get a client to come to your website. I hope you like, subscribe, share and follow. Let people know about this because it's how I would approach it. But I don't know everything. I'm just Imran. Take care and I'll see you soon.
Best Elementor add-on I can suggest. So the best one, I would say QI add-ons or boy steroids, because all the other plugins don't really need them. They have fancy stuff that you could do with a bit of CSS coding or something, but QI add-ons or boy steroids, my recommendation. Took 58 minutes to edit. Oh, what? This one guy is sending really long messages to me, like really long direct messages. So if I buy for can't believe this one person has just asked a question, and I'm not going to say who they are, but the question is, they're concerned that if they build a website with Elementor Pro and then they stop using Elementor Pro, they're going to lose the capability of editing the website. And I'm like thinking, well, what did you expect? And if you want to build a website and then you're going to cancel your Elementor Pro license, it just doesn't make sense. It's like saying, I want to have Netflix, right? You subscribe, you start watching Netflix, you then set reminders for like 50 programs, and then you cancel Netflix, but you still want to enjoy the programs for Netflix. Well, unless you record them using other means, or, you know, you pay for what you get. And Elementor is always updating, right? And even if you don't touch your website for a year or two, there'll be new features coming out, and you'll regret if you don't stay in the deal you got now. Prices went up last year, right? So if you don't want to like end up getting outpriced from getting a pro license, keep your license. Very long question that person asked, like super long. Annoyingly long. Longer than it needed to be. Right, let's just do this Canva art now. Let's do the Canva art while we're here. Has anyone seen Encanto, that Disney cartoon? It's really cool. I really like it. My son loves it as well. And the songs are so catchy. More catchy than I thought they'd be. But Encanto, I really like it. I like it. I like it a lot. Right. Let me think about this now. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Na, 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 na. Yeah, it's oh man, did you like The Matrix? So I watched Spider-Man No Way Home when it came out, loved it, Spider-Man. Then 3-4 days later, no, the following week I think it was, I went and saw Matrix Resurrection, and I first saw Matrix, the very first one, when I was I think I was 18 or 19 when I first saw it. And I used to work in a cinema when it first came out, 1997 or 98. And I loved it. Matrix 2 and 3, I did not like so much. This one, I really, really did not like it. My trouble was I was literally doing this as I watched the film. Like, when's this going to end? And I just felt like, they've done it just to make money on the fact that people would go in and watch it. And it was like, they shouldn't have done it. You know, for me, there'll be some people who have never seen the Matrix films and they go and watch the fourth one and they will now not watch the first one, which is a shame, you know, but I really wish they hadn't, if they were going to do it, they should have done it better, you know. And it's like the fighting scenes were like the same as what you've already seen. And the ending scene,
you know, it was like, oh, really? Is that it? Is this it? You know, it was just, yeah, it was not impressive at all. I know there are people out there that thought it was brilliant, but yeah, they can say they loved it, but I thought it was just rubbish. Really bad. If Keanu Reeves is watching this, you are an amazing actor, but you shouldn't have done that film, all right, mate? You should not have done it. You could have done something better. Like even Bill and Ted. I love Bill and Ted, but my God, the third one was awful. So awful. You spend all your life waiting for them to do another Bill and Ted movie, and then they bring that out. And it was like, is that the best you could do, guys? Really? I was not impressed at all. Right, just sorting out the artwork on. Encanto is good, right? So anyone out there that's not watched it, please go and watch it. All right, it is a wonderful, wonderful movie. Loved it. Loved it. It's true what they say, the songs are catchier than Frozen. If you don't like Frozen, you won't really care then. But believe me, it's good. Really, really cool. Just get these buttons done. La 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 da da. La 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 da da. Oh oh. You should have watched Encanto. You should have. But my God, if you haven't watched this, if you're into the Marvel films, right? And if you're not into the Marvel films, we're not talking again because I love Marvel, you know, and all that. The Spider-Man No Way Home is one of the best Marvel films ever. You know, Infinity War was wicked. I loved Endgame, but No Way Home, oh, it is so good. Just perfect. It is so perfect. Right, so scroll. So I'm just making the cover art for the YouTube video. And what I'm going to do is, I don't know if I can do this actually. And I'm not going to do it. I don't want to risk it. I don't want to do an upload and it fails. So what we're going to do is, now that I've done that image, I can close this down. This video is done. Let's just double check the video downloaded. Okay. 670 megabytes.
Hey, a lot of people use testimonial.
Yeah, that video is done. Cool. Right. So I can get rid of the video here. Delete. Delete, 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 delete. Delete, 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 delete the video. Delete that as well. Delete, delete. Now we get onto the second video. And the second video was about sections, columns, and mobile responsiveness. Hey, Dan. I'm doing okay, thanks. Well, my back is hurting. My back is still hurting, so that's why I'm wearing this belt. Just hurt myself even more then. I've got to keep squeezing my back, but my back is hurting. But just responding to web questions and emails coming through and editing a videos.
That's an important question, which someone asked me a question which I've been asked this question quite a lot.
just editing out. I'm playing the video sound through my headphones so it doesn't disturb all you guys, because trust me, you don't want to hear the rubbish I talk about in these videos, because it is not awful, but it is quite depressing. Just get these levels down a bit.
Question quite a lot, and it's an important one in terms of when you build websites. What's your methodology section?
Right, okay, right. So got to remember the code for that as well. I think everyone is allowed to do what they want with Elementor, but I strongly recommend, if you're using Elementor free and loads of plugins, you're better off just using Elementor Pro. I know it costs money, but you're in safer hands. And too many plugins is a recipe for disaster when there is plugin conflict. I can't stress. I'm telling someone now, they're saying, oh, I don't want to get Pro. I'm just going to use lots of plugins. And I'm going, that's up to you. But the minute those plugins muck up your website, you can't blame Elementor Pro for that, or Elementor. So make the right decision about what you're going to do. How do you deal with hearing your voice? I think you get used to it. And if you start to, the very first time you do a video, you're going to hate it. It's like, when you look at photos of yourself sometimes, and what you got to do is detach yourself and look at yourself like that is a presenter. And when you start to do that, you are more objective. So my earlier videos, I think the sound quality wasn't good. The video qualities weren't great. I think I was too excited in the videos, doing all this stuff. And I try to be more reserved or more like a tutor as much as I can be. But if you look at your video, like right now there, so I'll be editing this video. If you look at yourself like a presenter, you will judge that and you will go, okay, are they doing a good job? And when you do that, it doesn't matter that you can hear their voice. In fact, you'll want to make sure the voice quality is better than what some other people do, so if you watch the video like it's you, then you will cringe. Oh my God. Oh, look how I'm sitting. What am I doing? But treat it like they're presenting. So I'm comparing me to other people. I think I'm now at the right level in the way I produce videos and the sound quality and stuff. So I'm happy. Well, what I'll say, Dan, is you get the client. So what we say to the clients is, we tell them, okay, look, client, we can do your website. Here's the website cost. We could use Elementor free and plugins, whatever, or some other page builder. But then if there is a problem in the future, because you don't know what's going to happen, right? Things always change in the world. That's not our problem. But if the client pays the Elementor Pro license, then you're in a safer position. And what we do is we have the expert package. So we've got 1,000 licenses. I will then say to the client, if you are paying a maintenance plan with us, $600 or whatever a year, we will give you an Elementor Pro license. So as part of your maintenance package, you get Elementor Pro. So if a client only wants to pay $250, $300, say to them, fine, you will get that. But then if you want a really bog standard website that's not going to have anything better, you might struggle. So try and sell the benefits of Elementor Pro. So I don't know if you can see it. I've got a board up here. Let me just show you the board.
there's a board up here, and I schedule my work. What am I recording? When am I doing things? And I also have my scheduling book, right? It's a bullet journal. And the way the bullet journal is, I make notes of what I'm doing when. I've had this book for nearly 5 years, and I'm only on page 24. And I've had this book 5 years because I set my tasks in a bullet journal way, so I know what I'm doing. It's a super good way of doing it, bullet journal. But you just schedule. So I decided Monday morning I was going to research how to do something, create 2 videos, edit. By hopefully 2 o'clock, I will have edited the videos. Then at 3 to 4, I'm going to check something out. And then 4 to 6, work on a website. Then I'll have my evening. And then at 9 o'clock at night, I'll jump onto my bike, do some cycling for about an hour, and I'll work on another website. So you just kind of, you schedule your time in, but I plan for the week. So on my board up here, I know what I'm doing every day. So I wake up, look at my board, go, okay, I'm going to do. Or because it's a magnetic board, I might go, this task, I'm going to move to Thursday. And this task, I'm going to move to next week. I can rearrange things. So you just stay on board. I don't go on holidays, though. So that's probably why I have so much time to do stuff. Yeah, I hope Germany's okay. It's freezing in England, Humberto, like so cold. But I'm not putting the heating on because I don't want to use my heating costs. Yeah, we got a Facebook group, the website, the Web Squadron one. Well, no, sorry, not that one. The website mastery. So we have a private group. We only started that recently. It's for members who pay to be part of our mastery. So basically, they pay money and they get one-on-one support from me. I review their website. I sometimes share some premium plugins with them where I have a agency license for free to help them out as well. Yeah, no, Dan. So cheap clients, what I kind of do is, well, what you do is for the cheap client, okay, if they want just Elementor free, you make them understand, okay, you can either get the Elementor Pro and save yourself hassle, or you can have Elementor, and you make sure you get them the best plugins you can, all right? Don't have too many, maybe 1 or 2 extra, but don't have too many. And then you say to them, right, after the project is done, if the website breaks because of plugin issues, that is not your problem, right? So if there is a problem, that is not part of your maintenance. Your maintenance is to ensure the website is okay or whatever, running, you know, backups, stuff like that. If the website breaks because of a plugin issue, that is not your problem. That is because they did not want to use Elementor Pro. So you make that clear, and then you're okay. I mean, we refuse to work with clients that don't want to go with Elementor Pro. So if they want to use anything else or Elementor Free, we go, sorry, don't want to know. Because it's more hassle. I know I can go into Elementor Pro and I got my templates. I can do this, I can do that. I've got my WooCommerce widgets. I've got stuff there. When I start to use another plugin, I'm now having to make sure Elementor works, this plugin works, and you spend double the time. Sometimes you spend ages researching, right, I can do it in Elementor Pro, but I've got to do this now. Oh, what do I do? How do I do it? Where do I go? And you have 3 or 4 plugins, premium add-ons, essential add-ons, happy add-ons. Save yourself the stress. Seriously. Tell them to go away. They're not worth your time.
When you build a website, what's your methodology for sections, columns, and content, and mobile responsiveness? What order do you do things in? And my way of doing it is a little bit unconventional in that I like to do the section columns, obviously, and then I add in the content. And then I worry about the layout and how it looks and the padding to margins and all of that. The reason I get the content in
Did you know that when you're listening to sound through your headphones, if you just put it against your cheek, just here, it's going to go into your ear anyway. So rather than you just having full-on sound like that, just put it there. Especially if you've got padded headphones. It's not going to work with earphones, but padded headphones, if you just do that, it reverberates back into your ear the same sound, so you don't have to have it on your ears all the time. It's quite soothing, actually, because it kind of goes through then. It's a nice vibration as it goes through. I'm weird, aren't I? Yeah, so glad, Dan. I'm glad the videos are helping. But yeah, client, and the other thing else is when you have a client that wants a cheap website and they don't want to invest, then you're probably not going to get a maintenance package with them. They're probably not going to want to invest in further stuff later. And they are going to be the type of client where they go, right, the website's good, but now I want X. Now I want this. Now I want that. And they won't pay for it because they don't understand value. They just want stuff done. And they don't understand that, well, you want this, it's going to cost extra. No, they don't care. Whereas people who pay for the service and understand quality, they will now go, okay, the website is done, but now I want a video gallery. That wasn't part of our original specification, but now I want it. And you'll go, okay, I'll do it, but it's an extra $40. And they will pay for it. But the cheap client will go, no, if you don't do it, I'm not paying you for the website. They're the ones you want to be careful of because they've been sucked into the mindset that there's Facebook adverts out there going, hey, you can get a website for 50 quid. And I sit there going, why are they doing that? Especially in the UK, and they're lying to them about what they're going to give them. So Tiara saying, what do I consider when pricing for a website design? So the website design, so the pricing, what I have is a base price. So that is like, hello, Elementor Pro, 5 pages, simple website, contact form, home, about us, all of that. We will have a price for that. And if it's a day's work, I might say £500 to £600 for the day. If then they want to shop with WooCommerce, you add on. If they want a blog, you add on. If they want an appointment system, you add on. If they want accommodation booking, you add on. So I base it on how many days work. Yeah. So I will say if this website's going to take me 7 days to do, I will go, okay, that might come to $3,500 or something like that. So I price up accordingly. What I don't say to people is, I'll do your website for $100 because a WooCommerce website is a lot more complicated than a blog. And a hotel booking website is much more complicated than a WooCommerce shop website. So you got to think about the time to do and price it up like that. I mean, pricing is different in every city and country. What I charge will be either cheaper or more expensive than someone in, say, Australia or America or Africa. It's everywhere. You got to base it on your audience and the client. Yeah, so make sure you have a specification with what they want. Make sure you get 50% before you start the job. Now, this can be very tricky if you're doing work on Fiverr and areas, right? But if you're working with clients where you can tell them, because they're paying for your time, right? If you work with a lawyer, you're paying before the appointment sometimes. If you're working with a builder, sometimes you're paying them as the job goes on. Yeah. So, Humberto says, I don't agree. Don't sell your time. So do you sell for website? So, sorry, I probably first said it wrong. What I mean is that you are, they're paying for the website, but if you try and get a 50% deposit at least, or 40% at the start, so that you don't get into a position where you get to the end of the job and they're not going to pay you, or they were never going to pay you and they've made a copy of the website all in one migration, and they just go and install it elsewhere, and you're stuck.
Section and just try and get the image to be absolutely perfect. The process I do. So I am going height, so pH 100. Is it going to be a pixel height of 400, 500 pixels, or is it going to be 50% of pH 500? I'm just going to leave this as a 400 pixel for now. Okay, I'm not going in depth into sections and columns, by the way. Right. Now the other thing I will do though also is I will do the box as well. So I'll decide is it full width or is it box. I'm just going to go with box 900 so you can see everything. Actually, you can't see that, can you? Let's go with 800.
Yeah.
You can see everything on the screen.
Just editing here. Yeah, that is a good point actually. When you're just selling your time, and I probably worded it wrong as well in that you're not selling. So what we do with our clients is we make clear to them that this website's going to take 10 days. And then we're saying, because sometimes they say to us, why is your website costing this amount? And we say to them that because, we do have a day rate or whatever. We go, right, because it's going to take this long to do, as long as they are willing to engage with us with the content, the images or whatever we need from them, then topic for another evening. So for 10 days or whatever, we go, right, this is what the website will cost. Generally, though, whether a WooCommerce website takes 5 days or 10 days, to be honest, it's generally the same cost because they're paying for the Elementor, the WordPress, the WooCommerce installation, setting up 2 or 3 products, the template pages and stuff like that. To be honest, WooCommerce websites, we try to get done within 4 days. What do you consider when you choose which content to create? Well, we don't do the writing. We don't do the narrative for them unless they want to pay us to do the narrative for them. And we charge quite a bit for that because you can go back and forth with what the wording is. Images, if they pay us to get images for them, we will do that. But when we consider, what do you consider when you choose which content to create? I mean, Canva, we use Canva for images or Unsplash. But normally we get the client and we are very prescriptive, right? You must give us your content in Word, right? Or whatever, not in a tabular format, set out like this. Your images, you must send via WeTransfer and the images must be labeled correctly so we know where the images are going. You must tell us in the document which images go where. If you do not know where you want them, but you want them to all be on the About Us page, if we know there's 5 images, we'll then arrange it accordingly. You're allowed to tell us to swap an image out, but if you then say, oh, move this image to another page, we might say, okay, there'll be additional time now to do that. So they need to stop and think about what they want, where they want it. Because we used to work with clients where I used to almost let them change their mind and go, yeah, don't worry, we'll sort you out. And you would be forever, yeah, take care, Umberto. You'd be forever going back and forth. Change this, change that, change this, change that. And you would start to get so frustrated. But because you wanted your money, you did what they wanted. I was once on a phone call for 2 hours with someone while they were telling me, change this, then they checked it. Oh no, now change this. Oh no, now do this. Now resize it. Change the color, saturation, make it bigger. Oh, hold on, I'm going to send you a new image. New image comes in. Right, can you crop it? And you're like going, what is going on here? 2 hours of my time is going, sort out what you want, then give it to me.
free from desire, mind and senses purified, free than desire. KLF, KLF's gonna rock ya. KLF. When you create the site, do you have a demo content or the client share the content you add them, like the first 5 products? Yes. So we don't get if they don't know their wording, we just put lorem ipsum in, right, with the right sizing, and then they can do what they want with it. You know, we do say to them, look, we've based it on this amount of wording, so you're going to have to tinker with it, or we can change it for you later. So if they haven't got content ready and time is of the essence, we just put lorem ipsum in. When it comes to the blog posts, we will do the first 3 posts. Either they give it to us or we put dummy content in. And the product, we do the first 3 products. Again, they give it to us or we do dummy products. We just put fake stuff in. What we make clear to them, though, is that we need to know their categories. And even if they give us 20 products and 20 blog posts, we're only doing the first 3. The reason being is so that we can lay out the blog archive, the shop layout, the single products and all that. If they want us to do additional posts, we might charge them $15 or $20 per post. For the product, again, $20, $25, $30 per product, which sounds like a lot. But when you think about it, what do you charge per hour if you had an hourly rate? Products, you could easily spend 15, 20 minutes, depending on how they send it to you. The images, compressing the images, you might need to resize them, putting the product details in. There might be variables, attributes, all these things you got to do. Just like with a blog post, images, the content, you know, dropping images in, you know, all of this stuff. So easily half an hour could go. So I would price it up. And when you say to the client, right, it's going to cost you this much to get all your posts and products in, they then realize, okay, you know what, we'll do it ourselves. But we will do the first 3 for them. However, if the client is happy to pay for it, then fine, you do it, okay? But we won't do it for free because, you know, one client once had like, they said they had like 600 odd products and every 3 months they were going to change all their products. And I went, will you pay us for that? And they went, no, can't you do it as part of the maintenance? I went, what? The cost of doing 600 products is more than your annual maintenance cost. So if we're doing it every quarter, you have to pay a really big maintenance cost. And if you don't, we're not doing it. You got to kind of draw a line in the sand with what you will do and what you won't do. Otherwise, you'll get stuck and caught and they will make you do it or they'll withhold your money. And that ain't nice. That is not nice. It's not nice at all. I'll tell you which one to use, Tiara. Hold on. YouTube.com. Just find one of my videos because I did it in there. Ding 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 ding. Right. Optimize. So auto-optimize, not everyone will agree with me. I know WP Rocket, Perf Matters, other stuff. But auto optimize, asset cleanup, they're very reliable for me. You know, you Google fonts, compressing images, preloading fonts, all that stuff. You know, it really can help you out with your page speed score. And I always recommend it's done at the start rather than at the end of the website. Because what you get all this stuff set up, all your settings, you then start your page of Elementor. Your score on the mobile should be 99 to 100% without fail. And then as your content, you keep checking. And the minute the score drops, you double check, what was that all about? What's happened there? Investigate, sort it out, move on. And then you will get 95, 96% on the mobile. You should get it. No props, mate. I've just got to go feed my cat. And then, David, I will come back and answer your question about crypto. My cat's right down here, wants to be fed. So I've just got to quickly go feed her. Here. So with regards to crypto, I have a tiny bit of Ethereum, what it's called, and a few others. Tiny amount. I'm late to the party. I don't do any Bitcoin mining or anything like that because I just can't be asked with the hassle of, you know, rigs set up for all of that. But no, I'm very late to the party, and you know, I wish I'd started it 4 or 5 years ago. Now I really do wish I'd started it. But I have tiny, you know, I think I've only invested a total of about £500, and I'm just going to leave them. You know, it's money. I don't care if I win or lose with it. I'm just going to leave it, and if it jumps up, brilliant. If it doesn't, I'll see what happens. You know, it's very unpredictable. I know crypto and Bitcoin is doing really well at the moment, but honestly, it's still a little bit too unpredictable for me as to where it's going to go. You know, is it going to continue climbing the way it does, or are we just going to see a sudden, like, it's just going to drop? It's like NFT. You know, I was looking into it and I find NFT to be very unpredictable as well. And I'm a bit dubious over just how good it is, you know, or is it being made out to be good when in fact it's probably not. My back. It's not as good as people make out. I don't know. I'm not sure.
space from column 2. Now, I'm not going to modify the sizing of the wording or anything here because that's all, you should know all this. I recommend you use REM when it comes to the styling of the size. Okay, so pick REM, start with number 2 and then build it into exactly what size you want to be. It's good for responsiveness, okay? Same with your subheader, same with your text, same with your content as well. Do REM over there. But at the moment, we have this 100 note. Sorry, it wasn't 100. We're going to do 70 pixel margin from the right. You can use EM, you can use REM. Bring your timber, so I just need to shrink. I hope that makes sense. Shrink it out there, which I don't think it was. It wasn't tiny, so I put it away. Now, if I click Chevron, that is looking okay at the moment, all right? So even though our section over here has no gap, okay, we still have spacing above and below the column. Still set a minimum height. So we've got a section, I'm going to add in my padding, screen size doesn't matter. But there will always be 60 pixels at the top. If you go out and transfer and 60 I'm just going to give this a background color actually, so that it
Let's just check the just had some flash up, say the YouTube comments, something's come in. What's this? Right, comments. What's this comment? How does this work on your mobile? Others have tested too. Others have tested too. Others have tested. How many hours do I work in a day? So I think I worked it out to be about 12. No, hold on. That's wrong. That is wrong. It's about 13 to 14 hours a day, roughly. No, hold on. That's wrong as well. No, that's right. Yeah, about 13, 14 hours. And then there might be 3 hours where I'm not really working, but then I might sleep for about 6 to 7 hours sleep. About 14 hours. So I've been working since 9 o'clock today. I will carry on working until 4 o'clock. And then I'll do bits here and there from 5 to 6. Then I'll stop working. And then 9 o'clock, I'll resume again. And from 9 till midnight, 1 a.m., I'll be doing another 4 hours tonight. Because I'd always like to be ahead of the curve in terms of what I like to get done. Otherwise, I wouldn't be able to do as many videos as I'm doing, like editing, recording, editing, churning them out. You know what it's like, Zoom. It takes time, right? It's a killer for your time. So you gotta be committed to just powering on and getting things done.
Could hire an editor, but then the trouble is, though, the editor costs money. And if you think about how many videos I churn out, I think I average about, I don't know, 20 a month, sometimes more. That's a lot of money. And unless you're making lots of money on YouTube, it's not worth it. And sometimes I like to stay in control, because an editor might cut too much out, kind of thing. So it also means I'm in control of the whole production. So if it's wrong, it's my fault. I don't know. I can't blame anyone else.
Right, that's okay. If I now go to the tablet mode, that is now the tablet mode. Can you now see everything is now not so bad? If I go to the section, I go to the layout, you can now start to adjust the view. Now this, I go to tablets, iPad Pro, Surface, Samsung, right? We're going to have different. I've added in some padding, bring things in.
Right. So what you need to do is get a magnetic whiteboard, and use that to plan your time. And because it's magnetic, you can move things around. You can draw on the board. Do that. Hey, Giovanni. Hope you're okay. Get a board, right? And you just start editing your time. Okay. Look, I got a board up here. Board, right? So I can plan out my time, move magnets around. You can't see the board properly. It's higher up there. But I can plan out what I'm doing for the day and all that. So you might want to think about doing something like that. I think it'll definitely help you out. So what day am I doing my video recording? When am I working on a website? Am I researching a solution? Am I looking into plugins? Am I got a meeting with a client? Am I doing a live chat? Am I going to have the day off? Am I going to decorate? Literally, I put up there, decorate room or rearrange room or do the garden. So I don't get caught out. I know what is coming. I'm very particular about time management. So I say to people, if any of my relatives are going to come to my house, I tell them, you need to ring, send me a message before you come. Because if you come and I'm busy, you're not coming inside. Seriously, this is how I am. If anyone turns up and I am busy, I say, sorry, I'm really busy. I'm working. I am not going to sit there and make them a cup of tea and get food for them. I am busy. So, like I say to my friends and family, if you've got a wedding or you're going out or you've got a party, you need to let me know 2 weeks before. I'm really sorry. It sounds really bad, but there's nothing worse than if you have said, right, I'm going to get this website done tonight. Got to get it done. Deadline. And then someone goes, hey, yeah, we're going out. Do you want to go out? And you feel like you've got to go out. And I'm like, no. My business is really, really important. And yes, you got to juggle time and business and what you do, but get the hard work in now. And when the business is paying for itself and you got recurring income, passive income, where you don't have to work so hard, you will look back and go, I'm glad I did that. I'm glad I sacrificed the time. I haven't been on holiday in 12 years. And people say to me, are you crazy? But the way I look at it is, I think we'll have our house mortgage paid off in 3 years' time, right? Our mortgage is still got 15 years to run. I will have it paid off in 3 years. I have saved ourselves 12 years mortgage. Not everyone will agree with me on this. Some people say just do it bit by bit and enjoy your life. Once I know that mortgage is gone, I can enjoy life so much more. The stress of your mortgage and stuff like that will be gone. So I would rather sacrifice some things now so that I can enjoy stuff later on. And also, you know, I've got a wife, I've got a kid. My wife works. We could enjoy life now, but what if something happens to me in 5 years' time? I've already had a heart attack a year and a half ago. What if something happens to me, right? I don't want my wife or my son having to now worry about the house and the expenses. She pays, I pay, you know, we both pay for it. So I've gone in a very long story here, but it's all about work out what's important and get it done, and you will be glad. I promise you. Didn't I do a video on that? Didn't I do a video on mixing text fonts? I'm sure I did. Just trying to find a video. I thought I did a video for someone, but I think maybe I didn't. Well, maybe I did. I can't remember now. Did I do a video for someone? YouTube. To be honest, I have nothing against Elon Musk, Jeff, you know, Amazon. I have nothing against them. Bill Gates, you know, Steve Jobs when he was alive, Tim Cook. I have nothing against them. I don't, you know, even Zuckerberg, Facebook. I have nothing against them because they have built something. They've made money from it. What they do with their money is up to them. And I just think that, you know, at the end of the day, if you forget how much people are earning, forget that. We're all business people. We're all here to make a profit. Anyone that says, oh yeah, I went into business not to make a profit is lying. In fact, charities are making a profit. When people say, hey, I'm setting up a charity, yeah, but that person is still going to take money for income to cover their time and resources, right? So many charities, they have a director, a managing director, investment director, finance director, they're all getting paid. So I think all these people, you know, I don't always agree with what they do and how they do it, but if I wasn't here to make a profit as well, to have money, income, we wouldn't be doing it. Let's be honest. Yeah. Anyone that says I create websites for free, I don't care. They're lying. They are lying. I do not believe them. Yeah, I'm doing okay, mate. I'm doing okay. My back, well, I say I'm doing okay, but my back really, really hurts at the minute. I wish it didn't hurt so much, but it really hurts. Just editing a video. someone had an issue with sections, columns, website. You know, what point do you do your responsiveness? And I'm doing a very quick video saying this is how you should approach it. We've been live nearly 2 hours. One of the bad things, though, about when I am live for this long, though, is that my phone is the webcam. So I've got a wire going into my MacBook. My phone is the webcam. Much better quality than normal high-def webcams. But it means then my phone, my iPhone, is on flight mode. So if anyone is sending me any text messages, I haven't read them in 2 hours because my phone is over there. So John, you're asking to do a slow load? No, there are 2 of us. There are 2 of us, directors. There are 2 directors, shall I say? There are 2 directors, and we have some third-party resources too. So what I mean by third-party resources is we have, you know, if we need some extra tiny little help with something, we can rely on it. But the bulk of it is just 2 people. I do the creative side, the YouTube, the videos, the websites, the development, all of that. The other person is very much on the marketing, the finance, business ideas, growing, developing, things like that. Creative, business, and accountability and all that. So we have a good mixture there. If I had to do everything, I probably wouldn't get any sleep. So it's good to have someone else thinking about the marketing side. It also means you got someone you can talk to about the business. We can back each other up. We can discuss ideas. We can have opinions. Say, no, don't do that. Try this instead. When it's just you on your own, you might have an idea and you think it's wicked, and then it's too late when that idea doesn't work out, and then you regret it. So having someone to trust and talk to who is not related to you, they're not family, they're not your wife, your husband, or whatever. They are someone who I used to work with. We work very closely. We have a great, you know, friendly working relationship. We're good friends, but we can work together and sort things out. Marketing partner, no, it's the other director. You know, we work it out and we have ideas. I mean, we don't have a marketing partner. We do all the social media ourselves. You know, the way we do our stuff, it's all ourselves. We don't pay for any marketing partner because we just find that we don't believe what they tell you. Yeah, we'll get you here. We'll get you this. We'll do this for you. I'm sorry, but they're talking rubbish. You cannot promise anything. And if someone says, oh, I will get you X, Y, Z, they're probably going to do it by cheating or lying or false methods. So we want to know that if we achieve anything, we've achieved it because of hard effort. Yeah. Right, this should be nearly done now, this video. Oh, do you mean marketing director? Oh, you mean the other? Yeah, you mean the other director in the company? Well, we work together. We worked together for many years, and we started talking about business ideas, and we were looking at technology solutions because we are very technological minded, analytics, SQL algorithms, business models, stuff like that, analyzing, company spreadsheets, data galore. And it just so happened that someone they knew needed a website, and we were like, oh, okay, well, I've got experience in websites, I know what to do. And I've been meaning to use Elementor for a while. So we started playing around with Elementor, we started realizing how good it was. And we said, okay, let's just do a website customer. And then after that, we started getting a few more customers here and there, to the point where we then became the web design agency. I took on the creative side. They took on the marketing, accountability, trying to find clients as well, business side of things. So we have the best of both worlds. But it was because we shared that ideology of what are we trying to achieve and how are we going to get there. So we both were like, if for the first year we make no profit, but we're able to put money back into the business to make it better, we will do that. So we're both of the same mindset. Luckily, though, we were making an income from day one, so we didn't have to wait a year. But if you're working with someone and they want to make money quick and then run out and go on holiday, but you don't, then you're not going to fit. You got to have the same mentality over what are you trying to achieve. We want to achieve big income, but we're not going to get there straight away. We want to get there eventually, soon, but not straight away. So we know that when we decide we're going to offer a course, when we set up a course, when we do X, Y, Z, when we start doing websites, we started off here with our pricing, then our pricing went up, pricing went up, pricing went up. So depending on demand, depending on how popular we are, depending on what we're being asked to do, we can start to scale up the business, and that's what we're doing. But it does sound like there's only two of us, by the way. So there's just me, creative side, and then the other person who's the business, marketing, and all of that. It's just two of us. We talk to each other all the time. Late at night, whatever. Messaging on the phone. Okay, what about this? What about that? Even when they're on holiday or weekends, whatever, we can message each other. And if you're going to work with someone, whether they are a friend, maybe you decide to work with another agency. Don't just work with them because they are an agency and they have clients. Check that you're on the same wavelength, okay? So are they going to say to you, evenings, do not contact me. Weekends, do not contact me because I'm busy. Well, what if you need to speak to them? Same the other way as well. What if they contact you in the evening? Are you happy for them to do that? So get a good understanding of what is allowed, what is not. What is your goal now? What is your goal for 5 years' time? We have roadmaps. We have goals. We're doing okay, but we want to get much better by next year. I've given up my day job. So now the income I made from a separate day job, I don't get. Everything is reliant on Web Squadron, what we do, and how we can accelerate growth and business, websites, videos, and stuff like that. So it's a slow process, but the right mindset, okay? And don't believe anyone out there that says, hey, do my course and you will make $10,000 a month. You will become a millionaire next year. None of those adverts are real. The only reason they make money is because you're paying them for the course. I make £1 million and I'm going to train you, but you got to pay $1,000. You kind of go, yeah, but you're a millionaire. Why don't you just tell us what you did? Oh, no, I can't do that. You got to pay me for my time. Pay you for their time. They're not going to give you much one-to-one. everyone that joins their course is going to get the same course they gave out to everyone, the same stuff. So you're paying $1,000 for something that was already paid for by the very first client for that customer. So watch out for that. No, our web design brand, Web Squadron. It's just Web Squadron. We did start off with a different business name for our design agency, but because Web Squadron is so well regarded now in Elementor and stuff like that, Web Squadron is our education and our design agencies, everything rolled in one. And it means that when we get a client, if they're unsure about working with us, I can send them my YouTube channel and go, look at me. This is who I am. Do you like what you see? Do you like the way I explain things? Because when we've built your website, we'll do a video for you so you can manage your website rather than separate brands. That's another video done. Just got to grab something from the kitchen. Right, let's just share this video. Responsive, we'll call it. Better quality. Blah, 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 blah. Yeah, okay, that one's good to go. Responsive, downloads, set. Right, 2 videos done. That was my target. It's taken me longer because obviously I've been answering on here as well and comments and talking to the phone. So I probably would have got this all done in 1 hour, but I think it's good to kind of do a bit of a live session chat and edit 2 videos. And now I'm going to I'm actually ahead of target. I've just realized I'm ahead of target by 1 hour. And I've been live now for 2 hours, 10 minutes. Thanks for everyone that's been watching and joining in, by the way, as well. Thanks for that. I love it when we get a nice comment on, on Facebook or YouTube, when someone puts a nice comment. It makes us happy because
It just means that we're doing a good thing. We're getting there. Right, let's check the comments. Ooh, I should dip in it. Cheers, thanks. It's hard work, you see, it's hard work. And one of the things about when you start to set up like a social presence where you're out there and you're helping people out and you're creating videos or designing websites, when you take your foot off the pedal, you lose momentum. And we don't like to do that. And one of the things that's really obvious to a lot of people is that we only work with Elementor. We don't go to Divi or Oxygen or any other page builders. We're not messing around like that, mainly because we want to stay true to what we say we're going to do and how we're going to do it. Because a lot of you are Elementor users. And how are you going to feel if you're following us, watching our videos, engaging with us, and then I suddenly do a video on Divi? You know, you'd be like going, what's this about? Does that mean Elementor's not good enough anymore? And that's what annoys me about these a lot of videos, influencers. Some of them are great people, but they go Elementor, Divi, Oxygen, they just jump around, Gutenberg, blah, 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 you know, and I'm like, so which one is it? Rather than doing a video based on who is paying you, just because you're sponsored for a video, do a video on what you believe. So anyone who contacts us for sponsoring, we kind of go, about what? There's been people contacting me saying, you know, will you do a video on this? And we'll tell you what to say. And I said, let me see your plugin. And I looked at it and went, this is really rubbish. Oh, no, it's not rubbish. I'm sorry. I don't care what you pay. I'm not going to put my name to a video that misleads all of you, because that's not fair on you. Because if you're trusting what I do, I don't want to mislead you. Elementor web designers co-working Zoom. I think we'd have too many people on that call. There'd be like 1 million people on that call soon. Web designers co-working Zoom. The bandwidth couldn't handle it. Ah, that's interesting. That's interesting, actually. Right, so I'm going to release a couple more videos today. Not today. One video I will release tonight because someone's been asking for it. They need some support to Today is the 7th, so that video will come out on the 8th. So this video here will move to the 15. We'll move it to the 15. Schedule that for the 15. And then we'll have, in fact, I'll do it on the 12th. 12, we'll go with the 12th. So 10, 12. Video comes out tomorrow, which will be 8th. Then we'll have the 10, then we'll have the 12. So the 12th one, I'm going to move that to be later on in the month. So the 12th one, we're going to move to March 1st, 2, 3, 4, 3, 4. Go for free. We'll do that. Go for free. Okay, cool. The editing's done. That's done. Let's just test the video. Check the video is okay. Mistake I once made was I created a video and then deleted it before I double checked it was actually all right, which was really stupid of me. Yeah, okay, that's done. That is done. Cool. If I rule the world. Right, that one's done. So we've got video scheduled. I've now got videos at the moment scheduled to go out. Oh, hold on. That's not right. 25, 28, 29, 30, 1. Yeah, till the 3rd of... Actually, that one's wrong. It's the 3rd of April. The 3rd of April. 1, 2, 3, 3rd of April. There we go. Yep, 3rd of April. No, I'm going to change that, actually. Don't do 3rd of April. Do the 4th of April instead. So for the 4th of April, videos lined up, scheduled to go out. Progress. And we're only in February the 7th. So I'm nearly 2 months. I've got videos already scheduled to go out. Have them in times when I turn a client down. No. We haven't had that issue yet where a client solution couldn't be done on Elementor or WordPress. Not yet. No, not yet. No, we have turned down clients though. I've turned down an architect client who I felt was talking to me like they are above me just because they're an architect. I was like, I don't like this relationship. I'm going to let someone talk to me like I work for them. We had another client who kept wasting our time with specifications and, oh, what about this? What about this? What about that? And they wouldn't commit to the start date or exactly what they want. And we're like, fine, go elsewhere, do what you want. We had another client who they were more interested in how we operated. And I now think they were a design agency pretending to be a client. Oh, so what do you charge for this? And then what do you charge for that? And what do you get for this? And what do you get for that? And what do you do when this happens? And what do you do when that happens? Nah, forget that. We don't want to work with you. So any clients where I start to feel, the moment I feel the client has made me feel worried or anxious, or just feel like, oh, they're making me feel bad and it's not my fault. I go, right, not working with you now. And this is where I do make clear to the clients, that when you work with me, it is not you've paid me money, therefore I do what you want. It is a working partnership, a relationship. And when you work with someone, a business, because we are, in essence, I say to them, right now for this website, we are business partners. We're doing the build for you and we'll work with you to make it really good. You, on the other hand, also are working with us to provide stuff to make the website good. If the business partnership now breaks because we don't get on, just like in a normal business, you break apart. You cannot come back to us and say, you're going to finish the website. No, sorry, that's not how it works. It's got to be a good platonic relationship. And that's why we always take deposits. So that if things go wrong, you know, we don't like how they're treating us or talking to us, we can go, right, sorry, we've done this. Here's what we've done. Now go and work with someone else. Yeah, cool, mate. I'm gonna start. It's nearly 2.5 hours I've been live, and I need to take a break from talking and crack on with some other stuff as well. Take care soon. See you soon. Yeah, so what I would say about deadlines is, and we made this mistake with one client, is you say, yeah, we'll do your website. It's 7 days work, but we did not put a start and an end date. That project took nearly 1 year. On and off, bits here and there. And we must have done in total, I reckon, nearly 2 months worth of work in that 1 year. And we only got paid for 7 days work. And we kick ourselves with that mistake we made. What you need to do is tie them down to a start and a finish date. You know, and you're allowed to extend it here and there, but you've got to say to them, right, I've got to have a start and finish date because I've got other business. They don't need to know whether it's a lie, but I've got other business, other stuff to do. And I cannot commit to them until I stop this. I have to stop and start. Otherwise, I've got too much going on in my head. You know, it's like if you've ever written a book, when you do one book, your mind is in that book. You don't start another book and another book, another book. Or when you're reading, do you read 4 books at the same time? 4 storybooks? No, you like to finish one book before you start another. So try and steer them towards, I've got to get this done because I've got other stuff coming on, or my time is going to get stretched. Yeah. I mean, if you're working with someone who, you know, is, if you're working with someone who doesn't understand your time and your well-being, then you need to just go and work elsewhere or work for yourself. Because you know what? I know a lot of web design agencies that outsource to people in Asian countries or other places, and they are paying them this much. So an agency in the UK about a year ago contacted me, and they said, "Oh, we really like what you're doing. Would you like to work for us?" And I was like, "Well, what are you doing?" And they were like, "Well, per website, we would give you £400. Now, £400 to you might sound like a lot, but let me explain. £400 to me is a day's work." And I said, "Well, okay, is this a simple website?" They were like, "Yeah, it's a simple website, but it might take 5 days because there's stuff to do and you got to check this out, check that out, sign off, back and forth, back and forth." And I went, £400 for a website is quite low. What is the client paying you? And they wouldn't tell me, but I found out they're charging the client £5,000. £5,000, but they're only going to pay the website developer designer £400. So they're taking £4,600 to do what they want with. And that's not what a lot of agents, and that's why if you're working for an agency, find out what they are charging and then find out how that breaks down into profit. What do they get? Does a designer get some? What does the person building the website get? Because if the person building the website does not get at least 60%, because you're doing all the effort, all the problems, all the plugins, all the conflict, then you need to go work elsewhere because they're using you to make money. You are their worker, not their employee. You're just the worker. And I would say that you don't want to be in that situation. I'm gonna close this down in 2 minutes, by the way. So any final questions or anything, shoot them over. I hope this helps, by the way, just answering questions here and there. But do go watch the videos. What you should now do
after this video is watch the entire playlist, all of you. So I get like 20,000 hours worth of views in the next 10 minutes. Cheers, David. No props. I sometimes worry that I talk a lot as well. So I don't want to disturb any of you when you're working as well, by the way. It's a pity we can't have music on because of copyright, which is annoying. And I am really hungry now as well. When you're hungry and I haven't had another drink, you start to feel weak. I'm going to collapse and fall over. Yeah, so in Namibia, I mean, I would say, right, that if you got £400 for a week's work, I think you would enjoy it. But when you work for someone like that is going to undercut you or what your rate is, because I tell you now that this agency person, they were working with someone in India and they were paying them $40. But to a UK person, they would pay £400. Therefore, there was no consistency. Second, they were keeping all the profit, bulk of it for themselves. So a lot of these companies out there, I don't like it when you do cheap labor. They will say that, well, if it wasn't for us, you wouldn't have a job. Yeah, great. But if that person is doing a web design job and you're getting the same effort as someone in America, US, Australia, Canada, France, Germany, wherever, I don't care where they live, treat them the same. So there was someone that I sometimes use. They're based in Pakistan. I sometimes get them to write some JavaScript code for me. They are really good. On Fiverr, they would probably get charged something like, they would probably charge £10. I give them 40 quid. And I know 40 quid is not a lot, but they will do what I want in 2 hours. And I will give them 40 quid for 2 hours because I know that 40 quid, it means a lot to them for 2 hours work. For me, if I got someone in the UK to do it, they would probably charge me 50, 60 pounds. So I think 40 pounds is okay. And I know how much that person loves it. That 40 pounds is what they would have got paid for maybe 7 days working on a website. So I say, treat everyone the same, you know. Where if a car is built in China or Africa or wherever, you're going to pay the same price for the car, depending on your economy. If our iPhones are probably built in China or Korea or wherever, I don't know, right? We're paying how much for the phone? So I just think that, web design agencies, you can hate me if you want, but if you outsource to third parties or people, just because they have a low rate, start treating them with respect, because you pay people better, they will have a better life at home, they will be less stressed, they will want to work with you more, quality of life improves for everyone, productivity improves as well. Like Giovanni, if you knew you were working for someone and you were getting £400 per website, you're probably going to do 2-3 websites a week quicker because you want to get the income in. Whereas when you're getting 100, you might rush now to get more money in, and that's when you make mistakes. Right, I'm now going to shoot off, everyone. Exactly. Yeah, but I think they're just being tight when they don't pay a lot. Take care, everyone. See you soon, right? I've got more videos coming out. I'll do some more lives. If you find the lives are useful, please do leave a comment. Please do share. If you've not subscribed, please do subscribe. Keep it real, everyone. Take care, and I shall see you soon. Take care.